The chairman, Independent Crops Practices Commission (ICPC), Bolaji Owashonoye, says persistent illicit cash flow is a fallout of an age-long poor governance structure in the oil and gas sector. Owashonoye was making a remark at the Legislative Transparency and Accountability Summit organized by the House of Representatives Committee on Financial Crimes in collaboration with critical stakeholders. The ICPC chairman, who decried the negative impact of the trend, said players in both the private and public sector are guilty of the outright theft of oil revenue. He, however, expressed faith in efforts put in place by the Commission in tackling the menace.
There is need for stronger oversight of the operations, especially the commercial and tax obligation of multinational corporations that NNPC will be dealing with. Some of us may know, some may not know, aggressive tax avoidance by multinational corporations is costing Nigeria a huge chunk in illicit financial flows, and this must be addressed. Some multinational corporations falsify trade records, they fuel transfer pricing, they inflate operational costs, and they retain on their payroll people as expatriates who are nowhere near Nigeria.
The Chairman House Committee on Anti-Corruption, Honorable Shehu Garba, earlier in a welcome address said issues affecting the oil and gas sector could degenerate if left unchecked.
I agree that with the oil sector accounting for close to 80% of our foreign exchange earning and up to 50% of our total national revenue annually, anything that affects this sector will affect Nigeria as a country. It is in this regard that the signing of the PIA in 2021 by Mr. President was regarded as a watershed in the industry. For the first time in over 20 years, Nigeria was able to pass a legislation that has been described as very monumental, a legislation that is expected will usher in a new era in the oil and gas sector.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited Group Managing Director Mele Kyari also said all thieves were after his life. He said the discovery of about 295 illegal connections to oil pipelines has resulted in death threats to him. The story was not different for the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Chairman Abdulrasheed Bawa, who said the anti-graft agency was investigating crude oil theft.
Missing words to say that this industry is in the threshold of a change. It's a massive change, very expensive, personal cost to many people, including myself. Threats to life, and I can say this, I have several death threats to myself, but we're not bothered about this, so we believe that no one dies until his time has come. That's not an issue at all. I'm not saying so that I say, oh, please don't die, because I know I will die. So that's not the issue. But this is the cost of change. When people walk away from things that they are used to something that is new, something that will take away value and benefit from them, they will react. And that reaction is beneficial to us, for all of us that will work together to make sure that this works. And lastly, please, and another last, it's about fuel subsidy. I know my colleague has mentioned in a very indirect manner, so let me talk to it directly. Revenues not delivered to the federation account. Why won't institutions deliver revenues into the federation account? And without missing words, you cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot smoke cigarette and look for the smoke. You can't get it. So today, NNPC by law is required to ensure and guarantee energy security. Energy security in all its forms, particularly making sure that petroleum products are available to the country.
The summit, attended by industry players and top stakeholders, is expected to produce a workable framework for the new Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, and to in turn promote accountability and transparency in the oil and gas industry. Anita Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.